Airports across America are grinding to a halt, with delays mounting and the White House now preparing to slash up to 10% of daily flights. That's equivalent to almost 2,000 flights every single day. Across 40 major airports, the Federal Aviation Administration says it will scale back air traffic, a drastic move to maintain safety as the longest government shutdown in U.S. history drags on. The numbers are staggering. Up to 1,800 flights grounded daily and more than 268,000 seats wiped out. Passengers are already feeling the burn of the shutdown. Close to 400 flights canceled in one day alone, and more than 3,500 delays logged coast to coast. At the heart of the chaos? Staffing shortages. Air traffic controllers are working 6-day weeks, pulling mandatory overtime, and most haven't seen a paycheck since October 1st. Some are now calling out in protest, others taking on second jobs or saying they can't even afford childcare or gas just to get to work. With cuts kicking in within hours, travelers are bracing for turbulence ahead. Airports across America are grinding to a halt, with delays mounting and the White House now preparing to slash up to 10% of daily flights. That's equivalent to almost 2,000 flights every single day. Across 40 major airports, the Federal Aviation Administration says it will scale back air traffic, a drastic move to maintain safety as the longest government shutdown in U.S. history drags on. The numbers are staggering. Up to 1,800 flights grounded daily and more than 268,000 seats wiped out. Passengers are already feeling the burn of the shutdown.
40 airports.
Good evening. We begin tonight with the breaking news, the growing chaos facing millions of airline passengers across this country. Major airlines, including Delta, United, and American, already canceling hundreds of flights because of the government shutdown, now day 37. The FAA is taking extreme measures, ordering flights be cut by up to 10% at 40 major airports across this country, including New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles. This government shutdown, the longest in U.S. history. Air traffic controllers now dealing with no pay, their second paycheck with zero. Passengers scrambling to make last-minute changes, of course, concerned whether their flight will be canceled too, concerned about being stranded. Also breaking at this hour, a federal judge tonight ordering the Trump administration to fully fund November food benefits, SNAP, for 42 million Americans by tomorrow. ABC's Rachel Scott leading us off tonight.
Tonight, a mad scramble for passengers at airports across the country before airlines start canceling thousands of daily flights. The Trump administration says to ease the strain on air traffic controllers from the government shutdown.
I was able to get on the flight early before some of the delays started, so I'm just getting home before it happens.
I'm so glad I'm flying out today.
How stressful is it for you as a traveler?
Stressful. Check the wait time at the lines today beforehand and just worried about it. So keep your fingers crossed.
40 airports will be impacted, including the country's busiest, from Atlanta to Los Angeles to Chicago, New York's JFK, Miami, Detroit, and DCA in Washington. Tonight, Delta Airlines says they'll cancel 170 flights tomorrow, American Airlines 220, and United Airlines says they'll slash just under 200. Passengers getting notifications like this one. Caitlin Ladner in Wisconsin had planned to fly to Raleigh tomorrow to surprise her parents.
It was definitely, disappointing. We had been planning it for a while, and it's pretty upsetting.
In a since-deleted social media post, the CEO of Frontier Airlines with this stark message, writing, "If your flight is canceled, your chances of being stranded are high, so I would simply have a backup ticket on another airline." Today, the president asked if Americans should feel safe flying, with busy holiday travel just weeks away.
That's why they're cutting, yeah. It's a fair question. As Sean Duffy announced, they're cutting in certain areas 10%, and they want to make sure it's 100% safe. That's why they're doing it.
Officials say the shortage of air traffic controllers who missed their second full paycheck today has reached a tipping point, pushing them to take unprecedented action, reducing flights by 4% tomorrow and ramping up to 10% over the next several days.
Safety first, whatever they have to do.
Day 37 of the government shutdown, and demand is surging. Long lines at food banks and drive-through food distribution centers from California to Ohio.
Okay, here you go.
Judge John McConnell rebuking the Trump administration, accusing the White House of trying to withhold benefits for, quote, political reasons, pointing to the president's own words on social media, saying payments will be given only when Democrats open up government. Tonight, the Trump administration says they plan to appeal that ruling, but it does leave millions of Americans who rely on those SNAP benefits hanging in limbo. Meanwhile, at airports across the country, including right here at DCA, officials are bracing for even more cancellations tomorrow. So far, at least 700 flights have been canceled, but that number only expected to grow, David.